Find your comfortable position.
When the best of me barely breathes,
Return to your normal breath as you bring yourself into your practice today. Let's take a few minutes to relax your body. Let your feet fall open. You put both hands on your belly today. Take in nice, long, slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. Feeling the rise and fall of your tummy. We're going to set an intention for today's practice. Think about that goal that you had in mind last week. A goal that you want to accomplish for yourself. And think about what you've done this week to help lead you towards accomplishing that goal. And if you haven't done anything yet, that's okay. Take a minute to think now what you can do in the next week to start bringing you towards that goal. The theme of today's practice is you are great because He is. Today's scripture is Mark 9:23. What do you mean, if I can? Jesus asked. Anything is possible if a person believes. Okay, roll over onto your right side, resting your head in your arm for a moment. Take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, press yourself up to your seated position. And let's come to bound angle. So you're going to put the soles of your feet together. Put your sit bones in the mat. Try to find balance in your two sit bones. Your back should be tall and straight, your chin up. And then you're going to work on your box breath here. So we're going to take one set of box breaths. Imagine starting in the corner of your room, inhaling through your nose, 4 long, slow, deep breaths to the next corner of the room, pausing for 4 counts to the next corner, and then exhaling 4 breaths to the next corner, and then pausing. So, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, and one more set on your own count. And then bring your legs close to your easy seat. Find balance in your sit bones. Put your hands on your knees. Let's go ahead and switch the cross of our legs to the other side, to the opposite side. We're going to do a few cat-cows here. So we're going to be pulling our chest forward, opening our shoulders, lifting our chin, inhaling, and then exhaling, curving our spine, bringing our shoulders in, tucking our chin, leaning back, but keeping those sit bones. Don't go past the sit bones. Take a few cat-cows on your own, inhales and exhales, stretching your back. Back and seated. And then put your hands to your side. Plant your fingertips into the mat. And then just start walking your fingertips to the back of your body. Opening your shoulders, opening your heart, keeping your back straight. Walk as far back as you can to your edge. Once you get to your edge, press into those fingertips. Inhale and exhale through your nose. On your next exhale, just return to neutral. Okay. Now return your fingertips to the sides of your body, pressing into your fingertips, and walk your fingertips forward as far as you can, meeting your hands in the middle, and then walking away from your body, stretching your back and your shoulders and your arms. When you meet your edge, press into your fingertips and take a few deep breaths. On your next exhale, just return to neutral. Now we're going to inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to the left. Putting your fingertips on the mat and then walking those fingertips as far away from you as you can. Keeping that right sit bone grounded. When you get to your edge, pause, take 2 breaths. And on your exhale, meet me back in neutral. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release your fingers to the right. Now walk your fingers away. Notice how it feels different on this side. You get to your edge, pause. Press your fingertips in. Take a few deep breaths. And maybe back in neutral. Okay, now we're going to take our legs and just stack them either side, whatever feels good to you, and then turn your body into tabletop. Take 3 cat-cows on your own, inhales and exhales. Inhale, lifting your chin. Exhale, tucking. Take 3 on your own. Come back into child's pose. Take one set of box breaths slow in your child's pose. Now keeping your legs in child's pose, come up onto your hands, lift your right arm overhead, gazing up, and exhale, thread the needle. Drop your head to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Left arm overhead, and thread the needle. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Now plant your toes and we're going to press ourselves up into our down dog. Walk it out. And then walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. And inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, prayer hands. And now we're going to do a short sun salutation. Hands at your side, mountain pose. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Open to His grace. Back up. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pay attention to your toes. Bend your knees. Come into your chair pose, arms overhead. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale to prayer hands. Bring your hands back down to your mountain pose. And we're going to step back with our left foot into our warrior two. Arms are level, bending in. Make sure you can see your big toe. Back leg is straight. Your shoulder and chest is facing the long edge of your mat. Sink in just a little further. Now release that right arm to your right thigh and swim your left arm up overhead, over your ear, gazing up at the ceiling. Straighten your right leg, and then just drop that right hand down to your right ankle. Keep your neck long. Okay, bend your knee back to a lunge. And then put your hands inside your right foot and then just sweep that right foot back and push yourself back up into down dog. Pick up your left foot and then bring your left foot up in between your hands. You may need to help it a little bit, and that's okay. And come into your warrior two. Arms are level. Sink in a little. Now bend your left arm, rest it on your left thigh, right arm overhead, gazes at the ceiling. Don't put all that weight into your left hand. Straighten your left leg, bring your right arm up, left arm down in front of your foot, keeping your chest open. Make sure you're breathing. And now put your windmill your arms back down around your foot. And step up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Open to His grace. Back up to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Step back with your left foot into your lunge. Drop that knee, open your heart and look forward. Plant your hands inside your right foot. Step your right foot back into plank. And then bend your elbows. If you need to put your knees down, that's fine. Hover, come down. Press up to cobra. Make sure you're breathing. And then back up to down dog. Pick up your left foot. Bring that left foot in between your hands to your lunge. Drop your right knee. Lift your heart. Gaze forward. Pick up your right knee. Step forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to prayer hands. And then back into your chair pose. Inhale, come to standing. Now we're going to go into our tree pose. So we'll come into your mountain pose. Think about your feet 3 points of your feet planted firmly into the earth. Pick up your right foot, put it against your ankle or your calf or up into your thigh. Find that drishti point. Equal pressure in your hands. If you get stable, lift your hands up overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and then release. Other foot, ankle, calf, or thigh. Looking at that drishti, planting that right foot in, all 3 points. Focus, arms overhead. 2 breaths, 2 full breaths, and then back. If you fall, just get right back up. Put your hands down. Walk it out. Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your hips back, come into your chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Take your left elbow and hook it on the outside of your right knee. Press lots of pressure into your hands, twisting your body and looking up. Back to center. Other side, hooking that elbow around your thigh. Equal pressure, but lots of pressure to twist your body. Make sure you're breathing. Back to center, back to standing, back to mountain pose. Palms forward, feet planted. Take a really long, slow box breath here. Come to seated or come to child's pose. Make your way to child's pose. Stretch your arms out in front of you and then stretch your arms out a little bit farther. Walk them out a little bit farther. Move your head left to right so you can get a little massage on your forehead. Come up to tabletop. Take 2 cat-cows here. Plant your toes. Sit back on your heels. Press your body up. Feel that massage in your feet, stretching your feet. And then bring your hips to one side and come to staff pose. Arms straight out in front of you. Legs straight out in front of you. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips, toes pointed at the ceiling. Hinge forward, keeping that back straight. Coming to your edge and then releasing your head. Releasing your body. Don't lock your knees. If you can grab your toes or your ankles, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring right hand to left toe. Left hand on the mat with those tented fingers. And then walk your fingers back. As far as you can. Once you get to your edge, open your shoulders. Breathe. Hand release. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left hand to right toes. Right fingers walking back to your edge. Release back to neutral. Pick up your right foot and put it outside your right knee, your left knee. And then grab a hold of that. Grab a hold of your right leg with your left arm, hooking it around. And then putting your right hand behind you, pulling yourself into a twist. Gaze out over your right shoulder. Release back to neutral. Left foot on the outside of right knee. Right arm grabs that leg. Walk back, walk your arm back, open your shoulders, chin up, look back over your shoulder. Okay, come back to neutral. Take your right foot and bring it in just like you were doing your tree pose. Bring your foot in against your thigh. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Switch feet. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Back up. And come to your bound angle. The soles of your feet together. And walk your hips forward towards the front of your mat. About towards the middle of your mat. Your rear towards the middle of your mat. Back straight. Take a box breath here. Okay, close your knees. Grab the backs of your thighs at your knees. And then we're just going to release our back to the mat slowly, as slowly as you can. Coming back. And when you get back, hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees. And pull those legs into your chest. Give yourself a big hug because you are great. And then drop your feet to the mat. Windshield wiper your legs left to right. Now we're going to put our arms in cactus arms, which is when you're going to bend your arms at 90-degree angles out beside you. The backs of your hands to the mat. Stretching your shoulders. Take a deep inhale here. And now just pick up your hands and twist your arms down so that your hands are on the mat. And then you can kind of straighten your arms out a little bit. And now your feet should be about a foot width distance from your bottom. And we're going to come into bridge pose. So we're just going to lift our tailbone and our back one vertebrae at a time. Engage your glutes. When you get to the top, pause. And release again, one vertebrae at a time to the mat until your tailbone is the last bone that lands. Then return your spine to neutral. Now do another bridge pose, but come up further than you did on that one. Push yourself a little bit more this time. Tailbone up, each vertebrae up. Get to your comfortable bridge and then press yourself up just a little bit higher. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and begin to release. Back to the mat. Now put the soles of your feet to the ceiling. Grab the insides of your arches. Come into your happy baby and find whatever movement feels good to you. You can rotate left to right. Forward and backward. Stretch your legs straight if you want. Just do whatever feels good to you. And then release your legs back to the mat. Come to your final resting pose. Shavasana. Position yourself on your mat. Heels are on the mat. Let your feet fall open. Your arms beside you, palms to the ceiling as a sign of surrender. Start to return to your normal breath. Notice how your body feels from where your heels are on the mat to where the back of your skull is on your mat. Release your shoulders. Relax your body. Notice how it feels different from our beginning Shavasana to now. Revisit your intention, your goal. How are you going to meet that goal? What steps do you need to take this week? Take the next 4 to 5 minutes for yourself. Don't worry about anything that you have to do. When those thoughts come, just push them aside and give yourself this moment to breathe and relax. You are great because He is. Today's scripture is Mark 9:23. What do you mean, if I can't? Jesus asked. Anything is possible if a person believes. Start to bring yourself back to the present. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Roll over onto your right side, resting your head in your arm, left hand as an anchor. Stay here for a few breaths. When you're ready, press yourself up to seated. The greatness in me honors the greatness in you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
What? Namaste?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Namaste.
It means like, I honor you. It's like a greeting, an Indian greeting. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my lower back hurts though.
Is it sore from the yoga?
It's just sore all the time. It'll feel good tomorrow,
Oh, good.
I hope.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that, even with just two of us.
Oh,